Good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of the Titan City Chronicles, The Gaze of the Gorgon. My name is Alexander Thomas, and as always, I will be your humble game master. Thank you to everyone for tuning in with us tonight. We have a very exciting show planned for you all. I do have one huge update for everyone tonight. Thanks to all of you who have tuned in these first 4 weeks, we have officially hit affiliate level on Twitch. That is super exciting because it unlocks a lot of options for us to provide value to you as an audience. We'll be able to add channel points that reward you guys for tuning in for our live broadcasts. We'll also be able to put up specific channel emotes. So we can put up some Titan City emotes, we can put up some werewolf emotes, whatever we can come up with together, I think would be awesome. Affiliate also gives us the ability to monetize our channel. So we're going to be playing ads before our broadcasts, and if you feel so inclined, you can subscribe to us. Additionally, anyone with an Amazon Prime account is allowed to subscribe to one Twitch channel as part of the cost for Prime. So we hope you'll consider subscribing to the Untold Stories Project. Any funds we raise will be poured directly into providing new and better content for all of you. One thing that is very important to us is that you guys are included in deciding what kind of benefits we offer. We have a moderator in the chat tonight, so as we go through the episode, please feel free to share any ideas you guys might have for emotes or things that could be purchased with channel points, subscriber-specific perks, or if we should put together a Discord for you guys to interact with us outside of showtime. Anything you guys can think, please write it down, and we will be discussing it in our weekly business meeting. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Tonight's game takes place within the Titan City universe. Titan City, for those of you who don't know, is the setting of my novel series. It's sort of a film noir meets urban fantasy meets golden age superhero setting, where costume crime fighters are just as likely to tangle with colorful supervillains as they are with monsters from folklore and mythology. The first book in that series, The Magician's Sin, is available anywhere books are sold, and thanks to my publisher, Kyanite Publishing, we will be giving away a free ebook copy tonight to one lucky winner. So stick around to the break for your chance to win. We will be playing Mutants Masterminds 3rd Edition, the world's greatest superhero role-playing game developed by the folks over at Green Ronin Publishing. We've got a wonderful group of heroes assembled here today. Please say hi, heroes.
Hi, heroes.
Hi, heroes.
Every time.
I didn't do it again. I refuse.
Kevin's protesting. If you would like to learn more about any of them, please visit our social media for a brief bio on each of them. Needless to say, they are all amazing, even as they bring flying cars to my city. Finally, so let's go ahead and jump in. Last week, we joined our heroes as they began their interrogation of Ivan Solnich and the surviving members of his Russian raiding party. They learned that Ivan was trying to make up for his previous failures by capturing a boatload of vampires for his boss, Dmitry Popov. They also found Serena's gardener and cat caretaker locked in a fish freezer, who let the group know that he felt Serena's presence out of the ruins of Fort Liberty. These two options, combined with the fact that Ivan was supposed to bring his captured vampires to meet his employer at Miracle Mile, left our heroes with a dilemma on their hands. They chose to call allies to handle the vampires and decided to race after Serena. They didn't find Serena in Fort Liberty. Instead, they met Silas Whitaker, a lich working for the Children of Adam. Thanks to his inherent anti-magic field, Silas almost killed our poor heroes, who fled to lick their wounds and hire outside help in the form of Anson Walker. After this near-death moment, they handed up to Miracle Mile to meet Ivan's mysterious employer, who turned out to be an Amazon that Karawasi knew works for Marcus Moon. Minerva invoked the name of Mr. Powers to prevent this encounter from escalating to combat, and the following morning the heroes made their way to Vinan Wolfheart's butcher shop. They discovered a back room where Wolfheart, Yuan Shun, and Clay Mazzy all played poker together. They also found a note from Yuan Shun telling Wolfheart that there was more to Clay than meets the eye. We join our heroes after this revelation. What would you guys like to do?
Minerva has her hands on her hip, and she's kind of pacing about the room with the revelation that Clay is less than on the up and up. We're going to have to find that boy again.
Well, how well do you know the person that sent this message? I mean, there's a whole lot of two-facedness flying around this city these days.
Yeah, but I don't think the monster community would have sent a warning out like that, especially to Serena, about someone that she trusted, unless they knew something was going on. I mean, it doesn't smack of a trap or anything like that to me, but I mean, you could be right. Yeah.
And I made the boy sent us straight to the Lich, too.
There is that.
All right, good point.
Wait a second. Alex, would I have any indication, would the Lich's anti-magic field nullify the bond that he was talking about? Or the
Please,
vampire blood bond thing?
please roll an expertise monster check.
Alright. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
A thing that I have expertise in just for such moments is exactly this. I got a 16 on the dice for 26 total.
With a 26, you are reasonably sure that yes, a Lich's presence would be able to nullify the magical bond between a vampire and either its blood bonded thralls or possibly even its higher up vampire.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll relay that to everybody. Now wait a second. 1, 2.
1, 2. I've waited a couple of seconds now, Liam.
Well, if the Lich can nullify magic, then how did the boy sense that she was there?
Well, I mean, do we know that the Lich was lurking there this whole time, or maybe he showed up after? I mean,
You and I went through his things. He seemed like he was living there. I mean, right?
it did. It seemed like his little lair, if you will.
Right. I don't think he would really. I don't think he would leave there unless he was called upon, and maybe that was how Serena got noticed by her sire.
Can the Lich turn that stuff off? Like, is he just a wet blanket all the time, or can he suppress his magic suppression field? It's like suppressing a suppression. I don't know if that works, but
I'm going to say that this still falls under the purview of your 26, Liam. You do know that they are incapable of turning that off.
No.
okay.
Straight to the point for once.
Well, remember when we got there were tire tracks heading out, so maybe Serena was just dropped off to be watched until they could take her out for the run.
But it still doesn't answer the question how Liam knew she was, or not Liam, sorry, how Clay knew she was there, because he wouldn't have been able to sense her while she was there, unless the Lich did leave for some reason.
That's assuming the Lich was with her the whole time.
But if he's a child of Adam, I mean, what better way to get at the monster community than to feign to be an ally and rat them out and turn them over when they least expect it, when they're most vulnerable.
Works most of the time.
Giving Karawasi a very pointed glance when he says that.
It's okay. I still have $500 some.
What is it? 573.
So we have to find Clay. We have to talk to him again. But maybe we should go and see about the Yao Guai. See if there's any other clues.
Yeah, I think if based on what we found here, I mean, maybe there's a secret room back there too.
Based on what Clay told us they were doing, or what we got from the from Serena's notes, and I would imagine there probably is.
Yeah.
Just in case, I'm gonna go. You said there is an unused stand mixer. How heavy is that thing? Can I just like toss it on the floor?
Yeah, it's going to require a strength check. It does weigh a couple 100 pounds. It is a very big industrial
Liam, this is
food
bolted
processor.
to the ground. This is a good model. You're not just lifting this.
I'm. Why is this here?
Because it's a grinder for him to grind meat in.
But he didn't grind any meat in it.
But he got his meat grinded.
He hadn't gotten a chance to use it yet. Then maybe when he was taken, they could have. Maybe it was a gift.
I think it's just a way in for the company, to be honest. There's no way he could afford it. His roof is still leaking. This wasn't turning his business around. And remember, she mentioned Project Rebirth when we were at the docks.
Do you think Jupiter's involved in this whole thing too?
Jupiter's involved in everything. Look, their logo's on that paved street over there.
So wait, is the theory now that Project Rebirth is a rebirth of small business?
No, it is not. It's not a bailout for mom and pop shops. That is something Jupiter Enterprises will definitely not ever do. But the children of Adam aren't too bright already. They're having a clam bake, for God's sake. What if our boy is getting paid off by the company, using these items as a front to get monsters for Project Rebirth? And, children of Adam, you just easy people to frame. The only thing they've had up to this point is a clam bake and a lich. Like, they're not too competent.
The lich is kind of concerning, though.
The lich could barely speak.
I had a lich.
He could swing a razor, though. Sheesh.
Yeah, both of you two know that.
You could swing a razor with the best of them.
All right. It's possible, but we still have to check out the clam bake and just confirm things.
I bet if we go to that pet shop, we're going to find a Jupiter Enterprise something or another. Maybe a cattle prod, maybe a new cage. Something very nice for the very nice business people.
Does Jupiter Enterprises make cattle prods?
I'm going to go into the back where the cash register is. I'm going to open up some drawers. And I'm going to pull up a Sears looking ass catalog with just the JP logo. Have you been living in the city at all? I'm just going to throw it at Liam. You see those little JPs on everything?
To be fair, Liam, Karawasi himself is a Jupiter Enterprises cattle prod.
Right here on my arm.
Word.
I didn't think he turned that over to them.
They turned it over to him.
You see how it says JP and has that little ring going around it?
Wait in and look at it. Huh.
That's honestly, I didn't pay too much attention to the doohickey on your arm there, Karawasi.
Here, Liam, let me look at your shoes.
Why?
I'm going to lift your shoe up and pull up a JP tag from where the size is.
All right, boys, is this going somewhere besides just wasting time? Can we move on? I'd like to talk to Clay today before we go to the
Well,
clinic.
let's go talk to Clay.
I'm giving everybody a hero point.
Thank you for the hero point. We're going to talk to Clay after we go see the pet shop. Because Karawasi could be right. There could be more Jupiter Enterprise stuff there because they sell everything in this city.
They sure do. So, you guys head back out into the Yorkberry district. On your way out of the neighborhood, Minerva, please roll a perception check for me.
Will do. Perception check. I rolled a 6. I end up with a 16.
With your 16, you see just like beyond the edge of your perception, there is sort of an old frail man in a simple brownish gray robe, and he's kind of looking. He looks like he's looking directly at you, but trying to stay hidden.
So kind of just like off to the side, trying to like staring at me, but also just doing so with the intent of being hidden and being very bad at it.
Yeah, and he's also wearing this sort of short brim black hat. And it looks like he's holding a holy symbol in his hand.
Interesting. You boys keep going ahead. I'll catch up.
Okay, then.
Minerva will make her way over to the man, kind of pull her coat a little bit closer. You know, it's not polite to stare.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're not Minerva Vaughn by chance, are you?
Yes, I am. Have we met?
Briefly. Can you come with me, please?
We can't do this here. There should be a bench somewhere.
I have something for you. Something important for you. I can't bring it out here. They're watching.
I see. By all means. Where did you have in mind?
I have a temple nearby. Could you please come with me?
Sure. Minerva's getting this very odd sense that she needs to be very protective at this point in time, and she's not sure exactly why. It's why she's being a little bit more willing to go along with this than she would otherwise.
Your companions, have you do you know if they're with them? Do you trust them?
I trust that they are not going to do me or those that I'm trying to help harm, at least so far as it benefits two of their interests. The other one is headstrong and just wants to help.
Of course. They can come as well if you desire, but I need to speak with you.
I already sent them on ahead. We're kind of on a time crunch.
Of course. I promise this will be quick. And he's going to sort of he moves a little slower than you like, but there's definitely a sense of urgency in his gait. And he takes you to this small Jewish temple in the district. It's just right down the street from Wolfhart's butcher shop, up around the bend a little bit.
Okay.
And he takes you in. He says, apologies for the mess. We just had temple, as you can imagine.
Sorry, I'm not well versed in your religion.
You are a golem, are you not?
She looks very taken aback by that and kind of takes a step back. How? Why would you think that?
Well, this is embarrassing, but I made you.
Wait.
I was the rabbi who brought you into existence. Rabbi Federer is my name.
It was you that I saw when I woke up in. Wow.
Yes. I prayed to God that you would be created, but something else answered. I searched my soul for months, wondering what went wrong that night, but I think I finally know. I'm sorry for abandoning you.
I would imagine that you were not quite expecting whatever that was. Honestly, I can say that I was not expecting whatever that was.
No, of course not. How could you? The runes that I inscribed in you were meant to capture an air spirit, but somehow I brought down your human soul. I've been trying to find you as best I can, but you have not been in the city, I suspect, very often.
Not easy to. I'll say that it was not an easy transition, and being out of the city's gaze was easier than being in it.
I understand. The reason that I've been trying to find you is that someone brought this to the temple a few days ago, and he kind of goes back into his office, and he comes out with this sort of ponderous tome, and he puts it down in front of you, and he opens it up, and he says, "Somebody brought this book to me, and it contains the ritual that I used to capture you. Is that the correct word? I don't know what you prefer. I'm sorry."
Well, part of me feels trapped, but also part of me understands that had this not happened, I wouldn't be here anymore.
No, you wouldn't. But the person who brought this book to me, they pointed out the ritual I was using, and the runes were incorrect. Somebody changed them. Somebody modified them in this tome. And the person who brought me this book also brought me your real name, Minerva. I found your grave in the cemetery, but
she kind of puts her hand over her mouth and kind of looks like she's going to tear up at the sound of grave.
I'm sorry, my dear. I found the tombstone, but it was open. Your grave was open, and someone had stolen your body.
What?
I did. There was a coffin. There was dirt everywhere, but there was no corpse inside.
Why would someone? But that means that I am. Oh boy.
Do you need to sit down, my dear? I'm sorry.
You might need to. No, you might need to step back. I need to make my my save.
Okay.
So I need to make my save. We said what? We said that was intelligence.
Yes.
No,
Stamina to maintain form under stress.
Yep. Stamina. All right. I rolled a 10 for a 15.
That is enough to help keep your form. Okay. It starts to like shiver and quiver a little bit, but you're still able to hold on to it.
Yeah, her skin takes on a very clay-like demeanor. You can definitely see like all the lines and everything that were used with all the tools, and then kind of ripples down her arms and up her face, and then goes back to almost normal human-looking skin.
Fascinating.
I have limited control, but stress and other. I'm sorry. Anyway, you were saying, so my body is missing. Somebody who brought you the tome? Who pointed it out? Who gave you my name?
I don't know who they were, but I do recognize the stationery on the letter they sent with your name and with instructions for what I was to do next. They believe there is an opportunity for me to restore your soul to your body. The stationery comes from Club Tartarus.
She kind of looks both kind of aghast, but also hopeful. Could you truly? But if my body's been, how would that even?
I don't know, my child. The person who delivered the letter said that it was possible, but he said that it was necessary for me to be there because I was the creator. He didn't give me a lot of details.
I see. Well, I would like to not be this, but I don't know what that would do.
I think it should be your decision, of course. I do believe that you were brought here for a reason. Golems are created to protect communities. And I had hoped that you would protect my community, but I see now that there is another that needs your help.
There's more than just one, unfortunately. I can't give you an answer now. This is a lot to take in. My friends and I are trying to help as best we can. I couldn't, in good conscience, take you up on that offer now, even if I wanted to.
Of course, of course. I will remain here until you make a decision. And know that I will do whatever I can to help you if that's what you decide you want to do.
Thank you. I'm. Who did you say was watching you?
They
Are you in trouble? Who's they?
I've seen men around. They I don't know exactly who they are, but they have hatred in their hearts. That much I can feel.
Then you may want to find someplace safe to be, Rabbi. I don't know that this temple will protect you from men with hate in their hearts. Men with hate in their hearts are dangerous, uncontrollable, and bound to violence rather than reason.
Oh, my dear, I believe that only through love can we destroy hate. I will remain here where I can tend to my flock and be safe with them.
Oh, God keep you safe then, Rabbi.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Please, return as fast as you can after your business.
Right. I have to catch up with them. I'm sorry.
Of course, of course.
And so she'll step out of the temple and make her way through the streets, probably a lot quicker than she would have gone before. So there's a lot of hurried click clack on the cobblestones.
Awesome. I'm going to do you another hero point, Andy.
Thank you, good sir.
What are the rest of you guys doing while are you hurrying along to the pet shop, or were you going to wait for Minerva somewhere at some point?
Where is the pet shop in relation to where we are?
It's clear across town over here in Chinatown.
Oh. Not
So
close.
then we're probably driving.
Yeah.
Let's
get.
I assume we'll wait there for her to arrive, although as we get there, I'll be like, so does she have some way of fast traveling, or should we, stake this place out and take a nap, or what's the deal here?
That is a good.
And she's the boss and all, but
Well, I mean, if you want to take it from that point of view, she said go ahead. Then we are ahead, so we are here.
okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead, open the car door, and go ahead.
Cool. So Karawasi sort of leading the way. Yanshun's pet shop is in Chinatown, and upon arriving, it looks exactly as you'd expect. There's a sign above the door with Chinese lettering and a picture of a smiling teddy bear on the sign. There was once a large display window with several cages facing the street, but it has been shattered and the cages are tossed about and open. Someone has painted the door with a symbol, a red apple with a bite mark dripping green venom from its wound. A woman emerges from the door as you approach, wearing a long brown coat. She has, you could tell from this distance, she has green scales and a head full of multicolored snakes. A black bandana is wrapped around her eyes. What are you doing here, humans? Have you come to finish your work?
This isn't our fancy work. We're trying to track down some missing monsters.
You're trying to track down missing monsters. How do you even know about that?
Somebody with a little bit of authority requested our services.
Somebody with a little bit of authority. And she kind of comes over, and her snakes start to rattle a little
I
bit.
step back a step or two. Oh, there.
She says, is it somebody named Mr. Powers?
I'm on a professional contract to locate 3 missing monsters, and unfortunately that's all I'm able to divulge.
Of course it is. Powers. You guys smell like Powers. I can feel it on you.
Champion will check his pits.
What Powers wants you to do? He just wants you to swoop in and save the day, be a couple of good humans for the press tour.
I mean, I think the other option was being vaporized or whatever he does.
I don't know who Liam's talking about.
So
I mean, plus-
you're Irish. Are you a criminal too, or is that stereotypical?
I mean, both.
Well,
But also, it's not going
look
to be
who
hard
strolled
to.
from mythology to bigotry. The snake-haired lady.
It's also not hard to see. Something's happening around here.
She kind of gestures to the black bandana wrapped around her eyes. I have a little trouble seeing these days. Thanks to you. Well, not you specifically, I suppose, but you're kind. She walks over and she's going to tap the gauntlet on Karawasi's arm. She says, "You work for Jupiter Enterprises. So we've got a criminal, a corporate stooge, and an idiot working to save the monsters."
Hey, wait.
All under the threat of execution, yes.
Ugh, so self-serving.
Hey, lady, I've almost been butchered several times trying to help monsters out, so don't give me your grief.
Champion, don't say butchered to the woman who had her eyes ripped out.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. I'm a little insensitive.
What do you know about butchery, boy?
Well,
I tried to play your game. I did. I tried to be a good monster.
Hey, whoa. My game? Look, lady, you're painting with a real broad brush here.
You're all liable for what happened to me. I tried to coexist. I went down to the DMA. They drugged me and they ripped out my eyes.
Okay,
Said I was a
nobody
threat
here's
to
with the
humanity.
DMA. Nobody here's with the DMA,
You might as well say you're not a cop like that.
except I'm not a cop either.
That's what a cop would say.
No, he has to tell me if he's a cop.
Yeah, see?
I really wish people would stop spreading this rumor. It's bad for everybody.
But wait, you're not a cop, right? I don't know. I mean, you've got the whole Boy Scout thing going on.
She kind of looks at all of you and she says, "What have you uncovered? Have you done anything useful in all this endeavor?"
I mean, there's definitely something going on.
How about we
But
talk
I figured-
inside?
That might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Very well. And she'll sort of turn around and walk back into the pet shop. A couple of the snakes keep their eyes trained on you guys as she turns around to walk in.
Oh, that is so creepy.
Do they do the like two heads look at each other and then look back at you and
Yes. And you guys walk into the pet shop. Much like Wolfheart's Butcher Shop, this place has been completely tossed. It looks like this place could have maybe once held upwards of like 2 or 3 dozen animals, like pet dogs, cats, various pet animals. But looking around now, everything has been smashed and destroyed. You do see that the cages look very new, and they do have the Jupiter Enterprises logo on them.
Give a sidelong glance at Karawasi.
Also, give a sidelong glance at Karawasi.
I didn't deliver these. Get off my back.
What's their what page in the catalog are these from?
49.
Yeah, I think we need to talk after we leave here.
We can talk right now. Don't talk like
Uh,
that. It's rude. We have a guest with us.
See, exactly.
I forgot her name. I know they told it to us
Festima.
earlier. I don't want to call her Miss Gorgon because that's a quick way to die.
Festima.
Festima.
That I do.
Festima.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I'm probably going to die anyway, so I might as well share the good news. My
What's the good
employer
news?
and the Vampire King are trying to track down his spawn, who was related to the Minotaur and the owner of this pet store. Unfortunately, they didn't want to get you involved due to your predisposition to humans.
I knew they were trying to pin this on the renegade vampires. I knew it. Look, it's too perfect.
I don't think they're trying to pin it on the renegade vampires. I think the renegade vampires are being played against, well, the children of Adam for their own purposes. I genuinely think they just have a girl gone missing.
Well, it makes too much sense. I mean, look, Yuan worked for me, and he was providing animals for the vampires to feed on until they could get their strength up. And Wolfheart was selling animal blood to the vampires, and Serena is the newest highborn vampire in the world. She's only been a vampire for a couple of years now. She's the perfect target for Eleanor, which means whoever is doing all of this knows a lot about vampire society and knew who the perfect fall person was. Are you saying it's Jupiter? Do you think it's them?
It could be Jupiter. It could be Mr. Powers. A lot of powerful people at play. Unfortunately, we're caught between all of them.
Why would Mr. Powers want to kidnap monsters?
Not for the same reason Mr. Powers does anything, because he wants to or because he thinks he knows better.
What have you uncovered? Well, I mean, what else do you guys know?
There is something going around called Project Rebirth with some mind-controlling drugs concerning monster kind.
Humans have mind-controlling drugs for monsters?
Not all of them, thankfully, but the
Wait,
wrong people do.
Not just vampires?
Not anymore.
No, Liam, they definitely do.
Hold on. The drug
Wait.
works on not just vampires?
Yep, it works on frogs too.
Frogs aren't monsters. She kind of looks confused.
I'm sorry, man. That's an inside joke.
Is there something
You almost
about
got
frogs?
a facepalm out of me.
Is there something about frogs I need to know?
No, because my private life is my private life, and this is strictly professional relationship we have.
All right. I don't think I want to know what you do with frogs.
Around this time, Minerva, you start walking up.
Okay.
I'm going to assume you took a cab.
Probably, yeah. I did tell them to go on ahead, so makes sense. Festima.
Minerva. And you're the one who ties Powers to all of this.
You know Serena is one of my patients.
Patience. You're trying to brainwash that girl into getting neutered by humans.
I'm not trying to brainwash her. I'm trying to help her acclimate to a world that's different than what she was used to. I went through the same thing.
And how soon is it until they start ripping out vampires' fangs and giving them IVs to feed on?
Not to speak out of turn, Minerva, but I agree with the Gorgon. Only the people who have the power make the rules, and right now the monsters lost their powers.
Oh, he's a sensible one, isn't he?
On that one.
Depends on where you stand.
So look around at the group. How much have you told her?
That depends. How much are you going to tell him?
I don't have to. Wouldn't surprise me if he already knows everything.
Yeah, I just work under that pretense.
Well, it's better off that way.
But if you look on page 49 of your JP catalog, just like the butcher shop, he's got some brand new cages.
So it's tying Jupiter Enterprises to this location as well. Festima, we are trying to help. if we uncover something that is of a danger to everyone, we will bring it to the council. And not just Powers. I promise to bring it to all three of you.
I don't like that Powers and Florian kept me out of this.
What would have been your first reaction?
Storm the DMA and kill everybody there.
Would that have looked very bad? Yes, is the word
No.
you're looking for. Look,
She's not smiling. Alex is smiling.
look, I get the frustration. I get the anger. I do. I haven't been through what you've been through. I can't begin to understand that. But this affects me too.
Please roll a persuasion check. And I'm going to give you a +5 for the group's input as well.
All right. Persuasion. My Uber skill. All right. I rolled a 10. I have a 16. That gives me a 26. With your +5, it's a 31.
So her face softens a little bit. Sort of the poignant rage that she was experiencing subsides just a little bit. She says, Minerva, I trust you. It's your boss I don't trust. And your cause I don't trust. But I'm willing to let you continue this investigation without my interference, if you promise to keep me in the loop.
Yes. Like I said, I want to bring all the information that we get to you, Florian, and Mr. Powers. There's a reason that you all three are on the council.
And if you get to bleed some humans, please bring them to me. Or me to them. I'm not picky.
Oh, there might not be time for that, unfortunately.
Actually, there's a specific time and place for that.
The Lich might not be dead.
I don't know. Are you scared of a Lich, Gorgon?
My most magical ability was taken from me by humans, so I'm not as terrified as some of you would be.
I mean, they're pretty nasty.
I'm pretty nasty.
Yeah, we're talking to a council member here.
Fair point.
Probably has brass knuckles right now in her purse.
I don't think she needs the knuckles.
I think she does just to flex on kids.
No, she flexes on kids with vicious mockery.
Yep.
So Minerva, are you going to share that piece of information then?
Which one specifically?
The one that she can't read if I hand to her.
The note from the butcher to Serena.
The one about the potluck.
Oh, no, I'm not sharing. I'm not sending the militant Gorgon to the clam bake with the children of Adam when we don't know that they're all responsible for this.
It's still the children of Adam.
Do it.
No. Minerva is not trying to get a bunch of people killed. Because legitimately there could be children there, and she will probably be as indiscriminate in her killing as the people were that took her eyes.
That's fair.
I agree, that's fair. I won't even make you roll an insight check for that. That's fair.
I've worked with her for long enough. I should know that us as
But
part
if they're
of
going to still grow up to be young Adamites, that's a toss-up.
Well, people can change over time.
It's like that time travel baby fascist question.
You know, I think at that point we just need to make sure they don't take any careers in the DMA.
I'm not
Become
watching
criminals,
30
kid.
kids. Yeah, Liam, do you need more urchins? We're about to make a whole bunch of orphans here in a minute.
That's not normally my business.
Oh, so you just
and
part time.
I refuse to partake in it.
Do we have a deal, Minerva?
Yes, I will keep you in the loop. I can't promise that I can let you in on the bloodletting because, well, that could just happen at any moment in time. And I don't have a way to get in contact with you that is immediate and at the time of happening.
Very well. Continue your investigation, humans, and pay attention to Minerva.
Did Yao Shen?
Yogoi.
Yangshun.
No. Yangshun.
Shoot.
Yes, I'm not using his monster identity. Did Yangshun have a back room or anything where he was working out of to?
Well,
You know.
I think you guys should give me an investigation check. Oh, are you asking Festima?
I was asking Festima.
As far as I know, he did not have a back room, but he did send me this recently, and she'll hand over a piece of paper to Minerva.
Okay.
On it, in sort of this long, ornate, calligraphic style handwriting, is Yan Shun basically breaks down that he is having an issue with a human. Somebody has stolen his wish box. And because of that, he is beholden to grant them 7 wishes.
Oof.
And he's concerned that the person who is asking for the wishes does not have the best interest of the monster community at heart. He is wondering if Festima knows of any way to break a Yaoguai's connection with their wish box. Or to recover the wish box.
Wish box.
Oh no. Thankfully, I'm the one reading this and not Silverbolt.
For reals.
All right, so I'll read that. I'll put the piece of paper in my coat pocket, and I'll ask Festima, do you mind if we take a look around?
By all means, please. I'm going to head home and see if I can get some people together.
All right.
Fastima. Before you go, I'm going to go ahead and give her my card.
She takes it. A bunch of her snakes kind of get close to it, and they read it to her. She says, "What do you need me to call you for?"
I'm a contractor.
I will keep that in mind. And she sort of slips it into her brown long coat, her long brown coat.
Well, gang, let's split up and look for clues.
All right, so who takes... I said, who's Scooby and who's Shaggy?
You guys do have the shop is on the lower level, and it looks like he had an apartment on the second level. So you guys have a little bit of ground to cover if you want to.
All right, yeah, that definitely calls for splitting up. Champion, do you want to come with me and check the upstairs?
Sure.
As you guys go up the stairs, see if you can find a ledger. I'd like to understand where these cages came from.
Oh, I think we know where the cages came from.
Well,
I think he's trying to figure out if there was a receipt, like a delivery man.
Yeah,
who they came from.
definitely not an owl.
Like, who paid for them.
Awesome. So you're taking upstairs, Minerva and Champion?
Yes.
Cool. I would like both of you guys to roll investigation checks for me.
All right, we'll do. I'll let you go ahead with yours first, Kevin.
Well, that's good because I didn't find anything. I have a 6 for investigate.
All right.
Champion, you are in a house of some kind.
Actually, I'm probably too distracted anyway to do a good job of investigating. So after a cursory look that doesn't amount to much, I will wait for Minerva to finish her investigation.
Okay.
And then
I rolled a 6 for a 16, Alex.
Awesome. So you guys sort of take a look around. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. You don't find anything that seems to be related to the operation of the business downstairs. It looks like he tried to keep business and home as separate as he could, living in the same building.
Okay.
You do see there is a large dog bed tucked sort of at the end of the room, but you don't see a dog anywhere.
Another missing pet.
Maybe. Something on your mind?
Oh, yeah. So, I may not be the world's greatest detective, but I can't help but notice that Jupiter Enterprises seems to be popping up in all these places where things are going wrong. Now, you're the boss, according to your boss, and we really didn't know each other before this little shindig, but I've almost been hacked into fish bait about 3 times in the last 2 days. And I can't help but notice that somebody seems to have an angle on what's going on here, but it's not adding up. So how well do you know Silvervolt? And what are the odds that he's not a bigger problem than Clay?
Mr. Powers brought the 3 of you in because you owed him a favor.
And that's it?
Well, that's kind of a big thing. I don't know Silvervolt very well. We had a run-in a couple of weeks ago. We were all after the same thing. He is very self-oriented. I try to put that as nicely as possible.
Right.
I believe that he's actively trying to solve this case, and he's not anything. He's not leading us astray or leading us out of the path that we need to be on, but he's doing it in a way that helps his interests, I would think.
Okay. Right. I mean, the little calling card of the Children of Adam seems rather obvious, but I believe we've seen more evidence of Jupiter Enterprises than Children of Adam, and I don't know. I'm getting a weird vibe. There's a lot of subtext going on here, and I don't know what it is exactly. But again, since I've almost been killed several times, I just want you to know.
Well, at least you didn't die. She kind of says with a morbid look on her face, as like she's remembering something.
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure what that's about. Sorry I brought it up.
Yeah, just sorry, I got reminded of a little past incident a little earlier.
Oh, that was your delay?
Yes. I'll have a decision to make, but it waits until after this is done. Let's put it that way. I'm fully committed to seeing this through and finding Serena and the other 2.
Okay.
Silvervolt will help, but he'll help himself too.
Okay. You're the boss.
Well, I didn't find anything here. Did you?
No.
Well, let's go back downstairs and hopefully the other 2 had a little bit more luck.
All right.
Meanwhile, on the lower level,
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Did we have more luck?
please roll investigation checks.
Man, I tried really hard.
Oh, you tried to bamboozle me.
Works sometimes. Where's my...
It does work sometimes. I'm mostly human.
Investigation. That is a 3 on the die for 14 total.
I have loading. I got a 32 crit on it.
Sure did. So the one guy who's shady and nobody trusts finds the secret.
I'm sure this will go well.
Karawasi, you're sort of looking around. You do notice that these cages all look very new, especially for like pet cages. You would expect there to be like bite marks, stains on the bottom. But looking around, you do see there is sort of this seam just underneath the counter by the cash register that opens up to reveal a secret compartment. Inside of which there is a large heptagonal dust spot, and there is a big, thick ledger.
What does the ledger say?
Looking in the ledger, it looks like it is the sum total of various purchases and transactions that have happened within the pet shop, along with expense reports. So it looks like he's been doing okay for himself selling dogs and cats. You do notice any cats or dogs that last in the shop longer than 2 weeks, they get put in a separate category, and you see there are separate transactions along that category. And it looks like he keeps those. You see the prices on those are much higher than the prices of the pets that are being sold in the regular column. You do see expense-wise that he is timely on his rent. He pays his rent on time every month. You also notice that he has marked a large donation from Jupiter Enterprises in his log.
Ooh,
It looks like the cages were donated. They were not purchased.
gotcha. Can I do? What can I roll to try to figure out what's supposed to be here from that shape?
Roll an insight check.
I got a 26 insight.
The only thing you can think is that it almost looks like a music box, size profile wise, but it has 7 sides, which is a little odd to you. You do remember that the wish box granted 7 wishes, so you're thinking maybe this is where he kept the wish box.
Can I roll a history check for more details about the wish box?
Sure, or a mythology if you have that.
What do I know from 23 history?
With a 23 history check, you sort of cycle back, and you know that historically speaking, Yao Guai have these boxes that bind them to Earth. Some people say they contain their immortal souls. Some people say that they contain the deal they struck with the demon that let them out of hell to come and live on this earthly plane. It sort of varies. But you know that these boxes, the humans who find them and acquire them, the Yao Guai are supposed to hide them somewhere far away from themselves. But you know that the humans who find them are granted 7 wishes, but those wishes are very rarely granted in the way the human intends. And any human who asks for all 7 of those wishes is quickly dragged off to hell after the fulfillment of that 7th wish.
And they can't wish to not be.
Some people have tried. Some people have tried wishing they never found the box. Some people have tried wishing that Yao Guai don't exist, and it never seems to stick the way they need it to.
Good to know. I'll go ahead and tell Liam about the ledger and smudge the dust spot.
That's what I was looking for. I put down the cage that I was looking underneath.
Oh, Dread, he doesn't keep the ledger underneath the dog cages.
You never know.
As I'm
Puppy pads weren't a thing in the 20s.
As I'm flipping through it, kind of casually to Kirawasi. So are you planning on going back to work after this?
I am at work.
Well, the other work.
I am at work.
You gonna try to get in on a Project Rebirth?
Well, let's see. They don't want to give me access. They even denied Ferguson.
Wait, who's Ferguson?
He's a friend of mine from the lab. Either way, I can try to get us some more information on Project Rebirth, but to me it seems like it's just adding up. They're getting the dust to control the monsters, and then that's about it.
What for
They're
what?
probably testing variations on it, and then they're using everybody they're using the children of Adam or the DMA to go ahead and collect monsters up for testing.
Like just like for what kind of testing?
variations of the powder, how long it lasts. Could it bring somebody back to life? Could it change somebody into a monster? All those variations.
Oh, did it bring your frog back to life?
Oh no, he's very much alive. He's actually. I need to call about that. I need to see how he's doing. Poor kid.
I mean, I meant more like, after all this is over, are you really gonna work for a place that kidnaps people out of the street,
Ferguson.
experiments on them?
Ferguson's a good guy, and that's pretty much what's got me there right now. But hey, I need something to pay the bills, and I'm not getting any charity out here in the streets. So whoever's landing in my pockets gets me for now.
Guess that's fair.
I mean, you're no different. You're not a mob because you're such an outstanding citizen. You're a mob guy because they pay you. You're not here out of the goodness out of your heart. You're out here out of the goodness of your debt.
I joined the mob to be the guy in charge.
Isn't that why everybody joins the mob, Liam?
You know, I don't have a good answer for that one.
Well, Liam, I'm sure if either of us could pay their way out of the situation, we could. But right now, we can't. So, as long as my checks keep rolling in, I'm going to keep flying up to that corporate building.
Definitely conspicuously look at the $500 sticking out of your pocket.
Liam, you don't have to be such a stereotype. I give him $73.
You guys are awesome.
Really.
Thank you,
I do take the
Gladius
money.
Rex, for the cheer, for the bits.
Every little bit counts.
Yeah. Around that time, Minerva and Champion do make their way downstairs.
Did you guys find anything?
Oh, we found the ledger.
Oh yeah. Liam's a
Any-
little lost in thought at this point.
So, any insights we gleaned from that?
Not much more than we didn't know. It looks like the older animals were being fed for feeding, or sold for feeding. And
Okay.
these cages were definitely donated. They look like they were donated about a little bit before the disappearance.
Yeah, it looks like a week before Jan Shun went missing.
And then the place got trashed.
And then the place got trashed. There no receipt, like who delivered it or anything like that.
It's just a big fat old JP.
Of course. Okay.
Do you think they could have fit anything magical, or I don't know what the other word is, sappy? I don't know I don't know how your gauntlet works, but could anything like that fit in any of these cages, or the meat grinder?
It looks like the cages and the meat grinder were a way in to confirm the target. I don't think they're necessarily for extraction purposes or to spy on them. Like, these are basically quarters to the company. They could just toss them out in the streets.
Wow.
But if you want, we can check out the cages a little bit more. Investigate the actual item.
No, I don't think we have time for that. I think we've got to go see Clay. Got to finish off that loose end and get ready for that clam bake tomorrow. I mean, it's possible the children of Adam are being used, and they do have Serena and the other two monsters, and we might find them there.
Here, let me try one thing. I'm going to try to zap a cage.
The lightning arcs through the store and it hits the metal bar of the cage and it runs through the way you would expect it to.
That's a metal cage.
I was half expecting it to say ow or something.
So, are you guys off to find Clay?
I think that's a good call now.
Awesome.
Making your way downtown.
Funnily enough, you guys, well, you're not making your way all the way downtown. You're heading down to Little Moscow.
Again.
You guys have been to Clay's apartment before?
Yes, or at least close by.
Yeah, definitely close by. Where are we? Here we are. Sorry, I have a map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. There we go.
Move us to the map.
Actually, I'm going to grant you guys one more hero point apiece.
Uh-oh.
Because
City
you
that-
guys
I'm
are,
starting. I'm getting suspicious of
Generous.
those now.
No, you guys are just getting me right where I live, guys.
Right in the field.
We see where you live, Alex. I don't know what you mean.
So this building right here in the center, that's Clay's apartment.
Okay. Remember to drag your tokens onto the map, guys.
Yes, and I still don't think I fixed the other two, so I got to drag them out real quick.
Oh, okay.
It's Champion and Silver Volt that I need to do.
I think so. Definitely me. I'm not sure about anybody else.
Well, I got to get my roll 20 to update. It would help if I'm on the same map as everybody else.
Gotta slap that F5. Gotta refresh.
Smash
Awesome.
that refresh button.
Yeah, smash that refresh button.
But yes, this apartment building right here is the one that is Clay's apartment building.
All right.
God, what's it with everybody in the city with pugs?
It's the Roaring Twenties, man.
I can hear the heat stroke from over here.
It is July. Those poor pugs are miserable.
Yes. Oh.
You see, he's not even walking. I'm pretty sure he's being dragged.
He's... No! Damn it!
There it was. Update the counter. Facepalm counter +1.
Ah.
Thank you, Dustin, for the bits.
All right.
I don't know if this counts as two, but
Yep. We'll count it.
what was
All
I even
right.
talking about? What was I talking about? Anyway,
We were making fun of dogs.
poor pugs.
So Clay's apartment is over there, so we can head on over and work our way.
Yes. You guys do know that
Whoa.
this fire escape would go up to his apartment, and there is also a door here that leads into a sort of a stairwell that winds up to that apartment building.
It's the middle of the day. Going in through the front door is amenable versus climbing the fire escape in broad
However,
daylight.
what if he tries to bolt?
Well, then one of us should stay outside.
And you guys called me shady, and I was the only one who used the crosswalk.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Is jaywalking a crime yet?
That
I
depends
have
on
no
your-
idea if jaywalking is a crime.
Depends
yet.
on your skin tone. That's why I took the crosswalk.
Oof. Yeah, champion. If you want to stay outside and watch the
Yeah, I'll watch the
escape.
fire escape in case he bolts for it.
It's hard
Yes.
out here for Karawasi.
Oh, God, it is July. Suit sucks.
All right, so we'll head on in, and is he on the second floor then?
Yes, he is on the second floor.
And work our way down to his door and knock.
You knock, and the door opens, revealing he's sort of a scrawny little guy. He's got the deadbolt drawn, the chain bolt drawn, and he kind of looks out. And he says, "Oh, did you guys find Serena?"
Clay, I have a question for you.
Yeah. What's up?
You weren't entirely honest with us when you told us about Fort Liberty, were you? And she's giving him that kind of stare down, like, yeah, don't lie to me.
Oh, we're inside now? Okay.
Mhm.
That's where his apartment is.
Oh, I thought she kicked in the door.
I haven't kicked in the door. That can happen pretty easily, though.
Speaking of, I'm putting myself in position to kick down the door.
He says, I don't know what you're talking about. I felt Serena's presence there at Fort Liberty. If you haven't found her yet, I don't know where else to start to keep looking.
Can I make an insight check?
You sure can.
I will do so. I rolled a 15 for a 26.
He is not being honest with you.
I would like to press the door open.
So you're going to just use your golem strength to open the door? You're not going to let Liam kick it down?
Yeah, I'm not going to let Liam kick it down. Sorry, Liam.
Awesome. As you are beginning to push the door open, Champion, out on the street, you see 3 Jupiter Enterprises cars roll up.
Well.
They're these brand new Jupiter Enterprises Eclipse. And they're very pretty. Nice big silver cars. And a bunch of dudes in Jupiter Enterprises clothes get out.
That's some chrome, baby.
Do you think they go
They've
faster?
got
than the
nothing
coupe?
on the champion coupe, though.
They do have
They
nothing
don't
on the
fly.
champion.
Are they?
Not a single thing.
They don't
Good
fly.
lord. So
Um,
they're already right there.
They sure are. You do see that they are armed with Tommy guns and rifles, and the cars themselves, the back panel sort of opens up, and a large mounted machine gun appears on the back of each of them.
Oh,
And this guy here says, "Hey, Squanto, get your red ass out here so I can pay you back for what you did to me." And we're going to go to break before we roll initiative.
Wow.
Oh,
Way to cliffhanger it.
All right.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for indulging us for a moment during our break. Do we have a winner for the giveaway?
we do.
Drum roll, please.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dustin has won a free ebook copy of The Magician's Sin. So, Dustin, you can message us on Facebook or you can message me on Discord. Just tell me if you want an EPUB, a PDF, or a Mobi version of the book, and I will make sure it gets over to you. My publisher is on Hawaiian time, so she's 6 hours behind us, so she'll probably get it to you in the middle of the night.
Perfect reading time.
Yeah,
You get
definitely.
it yesterday.
Not quite.
So we rejoin our heroes as these Jupiter Enterprises cleaners have shown up to clean them. I had everybody roll initiative while we were on break, so we will go ahead and jump right into the action. Clay is up first, and Clay, hearing that outside, turns around, runs, and jumps out the second-story window. And he makes his way to this manhole cover, and he dives inside.
That is a pickle.
Huh.
The rifleman, this guy's going to move up to the fire escape. This guy's going to move across here. This guy's going to move here, taking cover next to the car. And this
He's
guy's
certainly
also
taking
cover next to
advantage of the
car.
lack of attacks of opportunity here.
He sure is. Although he doesn't seem to be engaged with you. He doesn't know what your bag is. He's going to try to make his way up the fire escape, but he only gets up to the second floor. He's not able to enter the building. And the rest of them, ready actions. Minerva.
All right. Well, Minerva is going to look at Liam and Silverbolt and basically, with a very exasperated look on her face, I'm going after Clay. Karawasi, I think you have to deal with this. Do you need help?
I'm gonna say I'm faster than you, and I can catch up to Clay.
Yeah, you don't have the personal tie in that. But
I can handle these jokers. It'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine.
all right. So I still need to push, and you still need to get the door down before I can follow Clay.
Correct.
All right. Well, let's get that door down. For a strength check, I rolled a 13 for a 19 total.
You splinter it open. What does it look like?
Minerva basically, she had her hand on the door to just kind of push Clay back and pull the chain taut and then just snap it. She pushes a little bit harder and the door just kind of falls inward, busting off of all of the hinges, taking a little bit of the frame with it. and then just powers, and then she just continues right on through and follows Clay down into the sewers.
Awesome. And you will enter into a chase sequence, Minerva,
All right.
when we come back around to your turn.
Sounds
Oh,
good.
boy.
As Clay goes barreling down through the Titan City sewers. Champion, you got a bunch of angry-looking dudes here.
I do. So you said that these cars, the tops have flipped up and there's heavy machine gun
Correct.
mounts in there. All right, I think it's time for me to come running here and vault up into the open back of this one. I assume you want an athletics check.
Sure would. Or an acrobatics check, whichever you prefer.
Well, since that modifier is the same, acrobatics sounds a little more cinematic, so let's rip with that. That is an 18 on the acrobatics check.
Awesome. You land in the cab of the car. There is a guy on each of the machine guns. I should mention that. I don't know if...
Yes, I figured as much. So then for my standard action, I would like to... Oh, gosh, I just had addition fatigue. Would that be kind of a bull rush or more of a trip to knock that guy down?
I would call it a trip.
I like the sound of that.
I know that's sort of a strange thing since he's sort of like standing on this platform, but I feel like you're a little bit lower than him. You're trying to take his legs out from under him rather than barrel him over. So
Yeah,
I would think trip.
Okay, so I have improved trip, so there's no... Oh, there's no penalty for the trip action, so...
You're not invulnerable, I believe, also.
Yes, those are two wonderful things that I'm glad to hear. So...
Or he doesn't get to try to trip you.
If I fail, yes, that's correct.
So you make a close attack against
Oh
him.
my lord, son, that's a crit with a total of 28.
You rip out his ankle.
Ah!
I told him to break a leg last night, not tonight.
So, yeah, you hit that guy right in his legs. Now he rolls an opposed athletics or acrobatics check. You both get to pick which one. So.
Okay, again, the modifier is the same for me. But since I'm going, it was kind of acrobatics to get up in, but this feels a little more brusque because I'm trying to knock him down. So I'll call that athletics. Do I get a +5 for the crit on that, or?
I will say yes.
Well, that's good because that makes a difference between success and failure.
Perfect.
I rolled a 23 with the +5 that makes it a 28.
Yeah, I rolled a 24. I thought I was slick, but he is prone. He's prone in an area adjacent to you of your choice.
Is it too much to hope that he could have fallen off the back of the car?
That's not too much to hope.
All right, that's good news.
So there he is. He has fallen into the street.
Okay, and I'm going to spend one of those glorious hero points. I assume this machine gun is on a full swivel mount.
It sure is.
All right, well then I'm going to spin it around, and you see this car right here behind us?
No. Oh no!
Do it, champion. Light 'em up.
I'm going to fill that engine compartment full of high caliber rounds, and like put a bunch into the hood of the car to disable it, and then sort of walk the spray up the car in hopes of scattering everyone. Not trying to hit somebody in the car, but trying to get them all to jump for their lives out of that car. So my hope is to disable and give them something else to think about.
Okay. So that sounds like two separate actions.
Oh, okay.
Because it would be an intimidation check, I would say, to try to scatter everybody, and an attack to try and disable the car.
Okay, so I'll do the attack this time and maybe disable next time.
Cool. So go ahead and roll to hit the car.
All right. Okay, so...
Fresh off of the Jupiter Enterprises assembly line.
17 to hit the car?
Definitely hit.
All right.
It rolls a toughness check.
And I don't know
because it's an object, you get a +5 to your damage.
Oh, okay. So whatever the damage on that thing is, I don't know. I don't have
it's damage 6. Sorry, it's damage 6.
Okay.
So 6 + 5 is 11, 26. The engine block of that car is destroyed.
Excellent.
Good.
So it will not be going anywhere. These guys do sort of. This guy here behind the car is on his ass because we knocked him down on the street. But this guy does, get out of the way of the bullets going all over the place. This guy over here just looks irritated at you.
I give him a nasty grin over the barrel of the smoking machine gun.
Awesome. Good turn, champion. It's actually Mr. Hunt's turn. And you just blew up his car. That's his specific car.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that man has a separate letter. You better be careful, champ.
Yeah, I just realized that. Oh, no, it's a separate letter.
Mr. Moon will not be pleased. Not be pleased at all.
He kind of throws his coat open and he lifts up this big hulking rifle. You think it's a rifle. It has this big sort of chrome and silver ball on the end of it, and there's these blue arcs of electricity that pass up the barrel and up into the end of what you're assuming is the bang bang section.
Oh boy.
Scientifically speaking.
The part that goes boom and causes me damage.
And he fires a bolt of lightning at you.
Yeah, I know that trick.
But he gets a 9 to hit your dodge. So it goes wide, it hits the building behind you. He says, "What are you idiots doing? Spread out and take care of that fool. I got business with Karawasi." He's going to.
And it's 1922, so I can't even make stormtrooper jokes.
The guys with the submachine guns. This guy is going to point his Tommy gun up at you and open fire, champion.
That's rude.
Oh, he's right there.
I know. Oh!
Whoa, that's a
clearly
gun.
he put the barrel right into my face.
Now he gets a critical hit. It's a 26, but he's a minion, so he's not able to actually crit you.
Oh, well, I guess that's good.
What is your dodge? It does have multi-attack on it.
My dodge is an 18.
Okay, so he will get +2 damage. So you're looking for a toughness save, DC 21.
Okay. Here it comes. I think it's time to spend another one of those hero points.
I think so. That
Champion
first
gets riddled with bullets.
That first
Aha,
roll was
I
a
do
10,
not.
everybody.
Because my reroll, that was a 10, which was awful. The reroll was a crit. It's a 28.
It's a crit-heavy fight out here.
It sure is.
You flex those bullets off.
So, yeah, what happens, champion, as this guy is right there at you and unloading?
He swings the Tommy gun up, and it's like point blank. As sort of a instinctive reaction, champion sort of swings the handle of the machine gun aside, and so his gun, like the spray goes like right over his head and just narrowly missing. Since I'm not bulletproof, I can't really explain that narratively.
Fair. This guy will go here, and he's going to help his buddy out. You guys just left him outside. He gets a 9 to hit, so he does not hit.
He's a really good guard. Look at him go.
These two guys are going to come down here and flank Mr. Hunt, and they will ready in action. That brings us to Liam.
Oh, there's a cluster there of people in a roughly circular shape. I'm gonna run out to the fire escape. Wow, I can't believe I forgot that word. How far is it to the ground?
You're on the second floor, so it's 20 feet.
Okay. My friend over here is pretty weak to bullets. Is there?
That's our most things.
Can I use a hero point to use part of my smoke to cover champion as well?
Sure. I'll say you can use your hero point to add affects others to your force field.
All right. So that's a hero point.
Or are you trying to use it as a deflect action? Because you can only increase his toughness so much as it balances with his dodge and parry, but you could add a deflect power to the smoke. You'd have to ready an action to basically intercept any attacks going towards him.
Got it. Let's do. Oh shoot. Let's do the deflect because I already started in on this course of action.
Cool.
I'm gonna run out onto the I almost forgot it again. The fire escape and light up my cigar and just yell "Rolling smoke" and just let it fall out of my mouth and kind of spread out across the street and just kind of it just kind of ends up swirling up around your feet.
The
Champion.
heck is going on around here?
Champion, you are exposed to the most secondhand smoke.
I feel like this is becoming a PSA. It's not good.
Liam's just hotboxing Champion over there.
And that's ready any action, so that's my whole action, isn't it?
Yep, that would be your move in your standard.
All right, yeah.
Cool. And it was a good thing you did that because the machine guns are next. And this guy over here is not happy that you shot his car. He's happy you didn't shoot him, but he's not happy that you shot his car. So he's going to open his mounted machine gun on Champion.
Now he's stationary.
And because of the deflect action, Liam, you get to roll it. Let me double check. I think it's a D20 plus your ranged attack action or your deflect ranks. Your deflect ranks. They would be the same as your toughness bonus from your smoke.
Which is, oh my gosh, let me look at the character sheet. 8.
You actually don't have to roll anything because I missed with both machine gunners.
Hey.
But that still goes until your next turn. So if anybody else takes a pot shot at Champion, you can still roll to deflect.
Got it.
This guy will stand up. He will pull out a pistol and he's going to take a shot at Champion.
That's my gun. You stole it from me.
He gets an 18 to hit you,
That is
Champion.
exactly what he needs.
Liam, if you want to intervene, you can.
Yeah.
You'll just roll a d20 plus 8 and you're trying to get over 18.
All right.
And because you're taking basically a defend action for somebody else, you do get to add 10 if you roll underneath 10.
Okay. That is an 18 plus the 8 is a 26.
You're all good. So what happens?
As the bullets fly towards you and they look like they're about to make a beeline straight for your insides, the smoke just curls around the bullets and just like it almost looks like it just spins them and they just kind of bend around you.
Whew, I gotta lay off the booze. This is getting weird out here.
All right. Perfect. So Silver Volt, around to you.
Do I hear all this commotion outside? Did I get called? Did I hear Tonto?
Yes.
Yes, you did hear Taunted.
Okay. I am gonna go over to the telephone in the apartment, and I am gonna go ahead and call the fire department. I would like to start an electrical fire in this apartment building.
Oh no.
What?
What? What?
Facepalm.
All right. Yeah. I don't even know why I'm surprised when Brian opens his mouth anymore. Yeah, you can definitely start an electrical fire in the building.
Shocking, only Alex.
Now we have citizens covered.
Oh, jeez, no.
I'm glad I can't hear your internal monologue.
No internal monologue. There's only external actions.
So Please roll a lightning bolt check, or now roll a technology check. I'll see if you can start this fire. Are you trying to make it look like an accident?
Nah, it's the 1920s. There was a fire. 27 technology.
All right, yeah, with a 27, you're able to have a bolt of lightning jump from you into one of the outlets in here. And you know it's a 1920s outlet, so it's real bad anyway. There's no power surge protection. There's no. So yeah, it lights and it begins to burn. What would you like to do?
Oh, I called the fire department and then I did that.
Okay.
Does that count as both since I didn't move, or?
I will say it counts as both.
Okay.
You kind of run over to Clay's telephone, dial the Titan City Fire Department, and then you light a fire.
And I'm gonna get really ready by this window, you know.
Awesome. So Clay, because you're chasing Clay, Minerva, I think we're just going to handle the roll of the chase right now.
Fine.
Please roll an opposed athletics, acrobatics, or speed check, whatever's higher for you.
Athletics it will be. All right. I rolled a 14 for a 23.
Awesome. That is your first degree of success. You need 2 more to catch him.
All right. As I'm chasing Clay through the sewers, I'm basically going to call out, Clay, you lied to me. You sent me and the rest of us into the lair of a lich. Now, we got away from that lich. So are we scarier than that? If I catch you, you might find out.
And Minerva just got scary.
How's Minerva the scariest member of the party?
Because we don't have
is
spooky
scary.
here.
Minerva is scary by proxy. She can Hulk out, but she has Mr. Power's tongue at the moment.
Clay does not respond, but you are gaining on him. It looks like he's sort of running you through this maze of tunnels down here. It does seem like he has a destination in mind.
Okay.
Seems like a bait.
But if I keep going, I'm going to catch him before he gets there.
I hope so. I really do.
Yeah.
Because if not, we're all dead.
The riflemen, who I forgot readied in action, are going to take their action. This guy here on the base of the fire escape, he's going to lift up and take a shot at Liam. Liam, what is your impervious toughness?
8.
All right, so he's just over your 8. He could take a shot at you. But he only gets a 13 to hit.
Which does not.
You guys are right. I brought the stormtroopers to fight today.
We're okay with that.
This guy is going to take a shot at Liam. 16?
That is my parry, right?
Dodge.
Dodge. Sorry. Yeah, that is my dodge. So that hits.
Awesome. Please give me a toughness save. You're looking for a DC 20.
All right. That is a 13, so on the die, so 23 total.
23, you're good. The bullet kind of shoots up, it hits your smoke, swirls around, and flies back out the other side.
Hey.
The next rifleman, this guy across the street here, is going to take a shot at Champion. Pew pew. Get a 9. What is going on, guys? This guy's going to run to the next car and take a shot at Champion. Another 9.
Oh, secondhand smoke. It's getting in my eyes.
That's right.
Lucky
Awesome.
Liam's what?
All these lucky Liams everywhere. Minerva, it's back to your turn, so I will go ahead and have you roll another athletics check.
Alrighty. Shall do. Roll that. I will re-roll that with a hero point because I rolled a natural 1 and would like something better than that. I then rolled a 5, which becomes a 15, so that becomes a 24.
Awesome. I rolled a 19, so that's 20. Yeah, that's one more degree of success. You're just nipping on his heels.
Okay.
And he's still leading you through these tunnels, and he kind of yells back at you, "Stay away from me, you monster bitch."
He picked up an accent.
Yes, he did.
I knew he was Russian.
Telling me the guy who lived in Little Moscow didn't sound like Peter Pan? That's crazy.
He was doing a very good job of hiding who he truly was.
Real boy.
And Champion, you're up with that big old machine gun. It does have multi-attack.
Okay.
If that is a route you want to take.
Possibly. The car that's up here that hasn't been touched yet, do I have a clear line of sight on that vehicle, or is there too many folks in the way?
Your machine gun's raised up a little bit. It's on the back of a car, so you could probably, they're not gonna stand in one place while you shoot a machine gun in that direction.
That's probably a good idea. Alrighty then. I'm gonna let her rip. That is an 18 to hit the car.
Yeah, 18 will hit the car.
Okay. So I don't know
The
about how
DC
much.
was 26.
It is multi-attack, and since it's defenseless, quote unquote, you will get the +5 bonus to multi-attack for damage.
Nice.
So 6 + 10, 16, 31 is the DC I'm looking for.
Yes. I'm sensing another car getting scragged. Yeah, look at that.
I rolled a 9, so this car actually explodes.
Oh, sorry about that.
The guy in the back flies off unconscious.
Does he do a Wilhelm scream? That'd be amazing.
He does do a Wilhelm scream.
Oh!
Is that
And then
all
as a
you'd
move
like to do?
action, I'm going to swivel the machine gun towards the gunner in the car that's at the back. And I think I will spend a hero point to surge and intimidate.
Perfect. I'll give you a +2 circumstance bonus.
As you rat-a-tat-tat 2 of his friendly.
Ugh. Curses. Well, that's only a 12, but I don't want to spend another hero point.
You got hero points.
Like a candy. I'm down to 1, so I better cool out. Oh,
Yeah.
nerves of steel, that guy.
Yeah, he rolls a natural 20 because, of course, I won't get it on a on an attack roll, but I'll get it on the don't run away roll.
God forbid he won't be spooked.
So,
Okay.
So good job, champion. Mr. Hunt, he's going to enter the building.
As smoke begins pouring out through all of the different.
And he
That's
will
not
yell,
mine. That's not mine.
He will yell, "Squanto, where you at, boy?"
I am not going to respond.
You really think you can mess with the boss's plans, his favorite woman, and get away with it?
Why am I always at a gunfight when the important stuff is developing? Oh.
He is going to roll a perception check to see if he knows where you are. He's going to assume you're near the smoke. You think next round he will be in the room where you are, the room where it happened.
Ooh, the room where it happened.
All right. After Mr. Hunt is the submachine gunners. This guy's going to open fire on Champion. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat. And roll a
Even
natural
better.
1 to hit.
Woo!
His Tommy gun jams.
Click, click, click. Uh-oh.
These 2 guys will enter the building.
So it seems you brought a club to a gunfight. That's not good.
I don't know what's going on, man. These are supposed to be good.
Alex, have the citizens gotten out of the building, or was it only him in there?
You do hear people fleeing to the fire escape that's blocked by Liam and the guy with the rifle.
Okay. There's only one fire escape, right?
There's only one fire escape. There's
It's
no
19
fire code yet.
I like to hear that.
Wow.
I really do.
Oh, man.
This guy's going to open fire on Liam up there. But you have an 8, so you're good. He shoots at you with the Tommy gun, but the smoke swirls and drops the shells.
Hey.
Your turn, Liam.
So is the rifle guy it's blocking the fire escape. Is he on the fire escape with me, or is he down
Yeah.
the ground?
He is not on the third. He's not on the second floor where you are, but he's on the first floor of the fire escape.
Okay, so I could like go down there and kick him off the fire escape.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think
Nice.
that's what I'm gonna do. Ooh, style points. I'm gonna swing down and from the outside and just like kick him off.
You try to kick him off or kick him into the building.
Kick him off. So like swing from the outside facing the street and kick him like over here.
Awesome, I love it. Roll an acrobatics check for me, please.
All right. That's a thing that I hope I'm good at. That's a 12.
It's a little shaky, but you're mostly falling, so you're able to make it to the first floor
Hey.
and kick him. So give me an unarmed attack.
This isn't
Find out
flying,
the
it's
sheet.
falling with style.
That is an 18.
That'll hit.
DC 17.
I roll a 13, so he is knocked unconscious. What happens?
I go to jump off and I like kick my legs over and like one of my hands slip and I'm like, oh, and almost just body slam him off of the, like it was meant to be a kick, but I just kind of smack into him and then he just kind of comically waves his arms and falls over.
Awesome. Is that all you want to do?
I'll get all the way down to the ground and come out over here.
Perfect.
Now the citizens can escape properly.
Yay. I don't think that's what Karawasi wants. You're heroes, everybody.
We're getting there.
The last remaining machine gunner, who's not named Champion, is going to use his multi-attack to attack Liam and Champion.
Ooh, ouch.
So he'll get a -2 to wherever I roll here.
Add to the facepalm counter. Add to the facepalm counter. Do it.
I roll a natural 1. You know, this is just the universe getting back at me for almost killing you guys last week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rules.
At least thought it would be an interesting fight. So
I think it's very interesting.
His nerves are shaken. He didn't want to say it or show it, but he goes to pull the triggers on the 50 cal, and it just something shoots up and it jams the slide. Silvervolt, your turn.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and jump out like our old friend from before. And I'm going to go ahead and move object, the exploded truck, to block my exit.
This one here?
Yeah.
Cool. So you're just going to like wedge it into the window up there?
Yep.
Perfect.
And then I would like to use my hero point to do another action.
Sure.
I will come around the corner here. And I want that truck to block this entrance.
God. The trucks don't get a resistance check, or the cars don't get a resistance check. What happens as you slam them into the building here?
I just, in a furious rage, just go ahead and grab this exploded truck to get rid of the hitmen and lock them into the building. That way they either suffocate or just get shot out like fish in a barrel. And I just wedge it in and make sure it hits them so they know they're inside the building.
Somewhere you hear a very loud swear word coming from inside.
Get this dog away from me.
The pug's looking up at you with its mouth open.
Tongue hanging out.
Having a very difficult time breathing with his little short nose.
Poor little guy.
Poor pug.
All right, back to Clay and Minerva in their subterranean chase.
All right. Neither athletics check then?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I think I'd like to re-roll that.
Perfect. I rolled a 26.
I crit on my re-roll, so that gives me a 29.
Whew. All right, that is the last degree of success you need. So you do manage to get your hands on him.
Yeah, so I catch up to Clay. I grab his right shoulder. I spin him and I throw him against the wall. Now, that wasn't very nice. Where's Serena?
There's nothing nice waiting for you. Only oblivion.
Okay, it's not my turn, so I can't do anything else.
He will draw a knife. You don't think it's going to hurt you, but he'll draw it.
He'll draw a knife.
Lean into the stab.
Lean into the stab.
That's an intimidation right there.
This guy says, hey, he's over here. Boss, he's over here. He's going to run around the corner. He's going to take a pot shot at Kirawasi.
That's the crit you're going to get this night.
I got a 15 to hit, so it doesn't even hit you. And these guys sort of team up over here. No, it's a 13 to hit.
Ooh.
And the last rifleman will take a shot at... He's going to back up, and he'll take a shot at Champion. With a 10 to hit.
No, sir.
Somebody changed my dice into a D10 when I wasn't looking.
We saw nothing.
Minerva, it's your turn.
All right. He draws the knife. I will attempt to disarm him.
Perfect. Do you have improved disarm?
I do. A natural 1. That's not going to work.
Yeah. You go to disarm him, but he's a little faster than you were expecting him to be, and it seems like he is well trained.
It's funny. If you're a child of Adam, taking lessons from a lich seems hypocritical.
The children of Adam are merely a means to an end.
Oh. Do tell.
I will tell nothing to you. Nothing.
You just did.
It's nice. Back around to Champion.
Alrighty then. Well, I will, since we're making anti-chronological Star Wars references, I will Princess Leia this boat. I guess that was Luke Skywalker. I will turn the machine gun on the hood of this car and hold down that trigger for a full spray, and then acrobatics down here.
Now I really just want to see fan art of Champion in a gold bikini.
Okay, that's creepy. Okay, acrobatics. 18.
Perfect.
What's
Yeah,
up,
you.
fellas? You seem to be fresh out of ride.
They sure do.
I'll just sort of stand there like, yeah.
Oof.
Oh no, the car survived. Curses.
It's still damaged. It's not inoperable, but it is damaged.
Okay.
You suspect if it was in game mechanics, it was bruised.
These weird suspicions I'm having. All right.
Weird dreams. Weird visions.
This guy, the gunner that was in the car that you knocked down who stood up, he's looking like this might be a lost cause.
Smart man.
Are you happy with that being the end of your turn, Champion?
Yes.
Cool. Hunt is going to race into this building or room. He sees the car that Kirawasi just launched into the side of the building. He picks up his rifle. He's going to try and blast it out of the way. All right, he finishes destroying the car that Champion opened fire on. A whole bunch of mechanical pieces just shoot out of the hole that Kirawasi left on, along with a big bolt of lightning. And Mr. Hunt comes up to the window here and looks down at Kirawasi. He says it's not going to be that easy, boy.
I hope
Here's Johnny.
not. I'm going to make him work for it.
These two guys are going to panic, and they're going to try and push the car out of the way.
The whole building's on fire. What are we going to do? Push the car. Push the car.
They're pushing on it, but it's not going anywhere. This guy's going to shoot at Liam, but he can't hurt Liam, and this guy's going to shoot at Champion. Running out of bad guys.
Because sure as shooting, he can hurt champion.
12's not going to hit.
Correct.
All right, back to Liam.
Well, I think it's time to clean up these streets.
It's time for a sling maneuver.
How'd you know? Yeah, it is time for a slave maneuver. So let me make sure. It's been a hot second. Let's go ahead and do an all-out attack. And what was the word? Power attack?
Yes, all-out attack, power attack.
Yes. All right. The full bevy. And we're gonna hit all 4 of the guys that I can see. Well, maybe 5. If that makes sense. I'm gonna leave one for champion because I don't want to accidentally shoot him in the back.
Fair. So are you going to leave the gunner down here with him, and then you're going to try to take out the other
Yes.
5 guys? Okay,
Yes.
perfect. So you are doing 5 points of all out and 5 points of power, so your bonus doesn't change for that. The 5 targets you will get a -1 per, so you'll get a -5 to whatever you roll.
Yep.
Ooh,
Nice roll.
that's a big
Natural
gun.
19.
Wow.
31 total -5 gets it down to 26.
Wow. And you still get a +2 bonus to multi-attack because their dodge and parry is less than that. So,
What's that, DC 21?
well,
power
plus your
attack.
5 for power attack.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
DC 26.
DC 26. And I've got 5 guys there. Here we go. Guy number 1, he goes down. Guy number 2, he goes
Oh.
down. Guy number 3, he goes down. Guy number 4, he goes down. Guy number 5, he goes down. So I got a 17, a 6, a 9, an 18, and a 23.
Last
So
guy
Liam-
almost did it.
Almost. What happens, Liam? I think this is
Um,
the first time the audience has seen the sling maneuver.
Yeah. Liam just lines up with the first guy and just does this slide as he just holds the gun out and it just arcs through the air and just bullets just fly straight and just you can almost see the bullet trails. Just draw a straight line from him to every single person.
Somewhere
little
someone's
half
going,
circle.
whoa.
I know Kung Fu.
It's
I
the
know
dog,
Fu Kung.
actually.
Awesome. Wow. Nice move, Liam. You gunned down a whole bunch of Jupiter Enterprises employees. This dude is going to try and run away.
Oh, what?
He's like, game over, man, game over. He doesn't get very far, but he's going to try and get away. So revolt.
I'm gonna laugh in his face, and I'm gonna fly up and over, and right under the fire escape.
Try and have a showdown with you.
I don't fight fair. Come get me.
Oh, now I'm over here. Oh,
Now I'm over here.
And I can't ready because I moved, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. I
Or,
will.
no, you can ready you can ready your standard action.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll ready a lightning bolt if he comes around the corner or gets in line of sight.
Cool. Clay's turn. He's going to roll to swing that knife at Minerva, but it is not enough to overcome your impervious toughness.
Okay.
So
Still
he goes to cut at you.
Still might hit, but this doesn't do anything.
Yeah, so I don't even bother rolling.
What was it you said I was, Clay?
I called
I'm
you a
not going.
monster.
There was another word that went along with that too.
I called you a monster bitch.
It's not something we use in polite company.
That is what you are.
Mm.
No better than my Serena.
Oh, she's not yours.
She has always been mine.
Oh. You.
She betrayed me.
And so you sold her out.
That was not part of the original deal.
Is he picking up a German accent?
He's supposed to have a German accent. I keep falling into Russian because of where we are.
Okay. All right.
All the riflemen are gone, so I can take them out of initiative. That brings us back around to Minerva.
All right. Well, we can do this the easy way or the hard way, but I think you prefer the hard way. So I will attempt to knock him out. An unarmed attack. I rolled a 12 with plus 10, so that gives me a 22 for a DC 21 save.
Perfect. He will roll his toughness save. And he is knocked out. He is a minion.
Ooh. You just melt your hand into his mouth and cover up his nose.
No. Minerva just basically takes her hand back, and she has it in though as though she's like going to slap him across the face, and she just turns it into a roundhouse and breaks it right underneath his jawbone.
Ouch. And you can grab him and start heading back to the group if you want.
Yep, that's the plan.
Perfect. Champion.
This one's going downtown. I'm going to run this guy down. All out attack, power attack with intent to fast grab. Let's watch the magic.
No, wait. This is a part-time job.
No, it's about to get full time. I need to spend my last hero point. He can't get away.
I'm running.
And with the hero point reroll, that becomes a 25. Because that was power attack, that's a DC 24 toughness save. And now I'm hero pointless.
Well, he is knocked unconscious. You're able to
I
just
don't
grab
need to
hold
do the
of him.
fast grab because, yeah. He's out. And I'll drag him back up towards the car then.
Titan City Batman strikes again.
Awesome. Good job.
Where is he?
All right, Mr. Hunt. He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20 and get shot in the face by Karawasi.
Well, here you go. Hopefully that hits.
A zap.
16 does not hit, probably.
16 does not hit. You got close.
Aha. I reduced it might be 17.
Do you want to spend a hero point?
You know what? Yeah, I got plenty of them. Actually, yeah, I got plenty of them. I'll do one more. Can I do accurate attack?
Yes, you can. Do you have it as an advantage, or just want to do it as a maneuver?
I actually think I have it as an advantage.
Yeah, if you have it as an advantage, you can do up to -5 damage to add up to 5 to hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
You can do the full 5?
Yep, full 5. Just to make sure he knows I can hit him. There we go. I got a 16 plus 5.
Oh yeah, 21 will definitely hit. He's looking for a toughness save DC 20.
28. Yep.
I rolled a 12, so I get a bruise and a daze. What happens, Karawasi?
He just peeks over the corner of the railing, and he just gets popped in the jaw with a full blast of lightning going straight up.
Sure.
He looks up at you with an unreasonable hatred in his eyes.
Oh no.
Those two guys pass out from smoke inhalation.
Lateral damage.
Liam, you're up. Did you say lateral damage?
I did lateral damage. They're collateral damage.
All on a ladder.
I'll look up at Silvervolt. Hey, you want I should shoot this guy?
You are always welcome to shoot anybody after me.
Don't gotta tell me twice. And I'll make with the shoots. There it is. Tommy gun starts with a T. That is a 16 on the die, so 28.
That is a ridiculously high number. That is enough to get +2 damage for your multi-attack.
DC 21.
He's got 1 bruise. 21 minus 11 is 10, so he gets another bruise in a daze. What happens?
I'll be down there and I'll wave up at him like, hey over here! Some lunatic set a fire! And then I'll shoot him.
That brings us back around to Silvervolt's turn.
Oh no, a fire! I will help citizen, and I will pick up this fire hydrant with move object, and I'm just gonna hose his face down.
I don't even know where the humiliate die is. I can't give you guys another face palm.
It's called presence.
I'm gonna spray him down as hard as I can. I don't know what you want to call that. Actually, if you use, can I use my last hero point to run the electricity through the water to stun him?
Oh, dude.
I will say you don't even need to spend a hero point for that. I'll just say that's how we flavor your lightning bolt for this attack.
I like that. Let's see if I get some of that water. Ooh, I do not. He gets splish splash.
You can use a hero point to reroll it if you want to.
I was born a gambling man. There we go. 24.
24. DC 25. He's got 2 bruises. He goes down. What happens to him?
He just looks to his left, and then just the most concentrated stream of water just jets him across the face. And it just pressure washes him down to the ground.
Is he dead?
He doesn't... He looks dead, but he's okay.
All right. So you guys finish off this Jupiter Enterprises hit squad. You guys burn down a residential building in Little Moscow.
Whoa. Like, realistically, it's been what, a minute? Like, how bad is the fire at this point?
It's not raging out of control yet, but it is filling the building with smoke very quickly.
And from where I'm at, I can see there's a large car jammed in the only door that I can see.
Yes.
I want to go and grab a hold of the back bumper of that thing and try to pull it out of the door.
I will give you a hero point.
Okay.
You're a hero champion.
And I would like an athletics check.
Athletics. Here it comes. It's a 27.
Oof.
It's on wheels. It'll roll.
Yeah. You really stretch those Olympian muscles, and you're able to drag that car out of the doorway. These 2 guys fall out unconscious, and a bunch of people come storming out of the building through the front door and down out of the fire escape. Looking in, you can see there is smoke emanating from all of the rooms in there. You think maybe there was some kind of electrical surge that went through the building's circuit breakers and started fires in each outlet that it could reach.
Electrical, huh?
That guy had an electric gun. That's crazy.
Indeed, he did.
Jockey.
That ought to be a bluff check if there was one. Or deception. Sorry, I'm so second edition. He's got that fire hydrant off. That means there's water streaming about.
Yes.
I guess like rip a sleeve off my shirt and wet it and then tie it off and then sort of like run in and try to make sure that there's nobody trapped in the building still.
Perfect. You do run in and you do manage to find somebody who was trapped.
Okay. Get them out.
Yeah, she's sort of this infirm grandmother who was by herself during the day. She's stuck in her bed, and you're able to pick her up and schlep her on down out the stairs.
Okay.
And she's wearing her nightgown. She's kind of wrapped her arms around your head.
Okay. Yeah, if there's enough sleeve, like try and give her some damp cloth to breathe through as well, so she hopefully is not getting as much smoke on the way out.
You know what? You come straight off of the cover of a pulp novel, so you definitely have enough sleeves to just tear off and just reveal that glistening, sweaty body.
Free the nipple, champion. Free the nipple.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's 1922. We're not going that far.
It's a male nipple.
This is the episode where we just sexualize champion.
Hey, we gotta sell those calendars.
Great. Next, the shipping will start. I had enough of that with the last round.
Yeah, you managed to save the only person who you think is the only person in the building. You run in, you take some looks around. The smoke begins to get overwhelming, and the fire department does arrive. Right around that time, Minerva pops up out of a manhole cover. Are you bringing Clay up with you, or are you gesturing for them to come join you in the sewer, Minerva?
No, yeah, I'm bringing Clay up. Kind of just like toss him onto the street.
Cool. Yeah, you toss Clay out on the street. Everybody else. You see Minerva emerge from the manhole. She smells a little sewery, but she looks a little victorious.
You did it.
Victorious.
Good job, Minerva.
What the heck did you guys do?
Caught the bad guy.
No, that's what I did.
Oh, we killed the bad guys.
Wait, what did happen to that one guy that was running around talking about killing you?
Oh no, he's right there. He's seizing right there.
I think we need him.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm sure there's an ambulance that'll help us stabilize him.
I'm gonna go try to stabilize him.
Yeah, give me a treatment check. You're looking for a DC 18.
Treatment. There it is.
Oof.
I got a 6 with a natural 1.
Liam, you don't know if it's smoke inhalation or something, but you come over to help, and you start like messing with his wounds, and you open something up that you weren't expecting to, and he quickly bleeds out.
Oof.
And he
I
sort
wanna
of
ask him to
twitches.
help her lady then.
He sort of twitches and spasms, and he stops moving.
I'll check his pockets then.
Liam, wait till I get there. I'll pick up the very illegal electric sci-fi gun. Okay, you can go ahead now.
Going through his pockets, you do see he has a number of security badges for Jupiter Enterprises. You do see he has a note from Otrea, basically explaining what happened last night when you guys ran into her and were apparently on the trail of the missing monsters. How this was a great opportunity to get revenge and get back on the boss's good side. You know, it would be a great surprise to Marcus if he could bring Karawasi in and have him confess to what's been going on with the missing monsters from sublevel 6.
I'll
Missing
hand
monster. Go
I'll
ahead.
hand Kirawasi the note, and are you sure about going back to work?
I mean, my timesheet's due today.
I'll hand him the badge. I think he just got a promotion too.
I think so too. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. But why are there monsters missing from Jupiter Enterprises? It's not a place that loses things, generally speaking.
I mean, besides goons.
That's true. Is his face still like identifiable?
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh God, I don't like where this is going.
Hey Liam, what's over there?
Huh?
And I'm just gonna smash it with a dumpster.
Ooh.
Rude.
He got his wallet and everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're done here.
Um,
That was gruesome.
Yikes.
Hey, it's Mr. Moon's fixer versus some random Amazon's fixer. We're fine.
Karawasi's trying to get a promotion. All right. Well, you guys have Clay. It looks like the fire department is here handling this situation. Where would you guys like to go with him?
Let's just take him to the bar, no?
Take him to. Yeah, I suppose we could. Take him back to Club Tartarus.
Champ, where
Awesome.
you park your car?
It's right over there,
Okay.
just outside the zone of destruction.
I was gonna say miraculously free of bullet holes.
Conveniently.
Miraculously free of new bullet holes.
Free of Nooble.
Uh,
I think the meter ran out.
did we even put money in the meter?
Is that a parking ticket?
I don't put money in the meter. I'm a criminal, apparently, just like Liam.
Who's brave enough to put a parking ticket on our car?
Somewhere there's a very brave police officer.
Anyway, so you guys head on off to Club Tartarus, heading back over to the Olympus district. And you make your way around the back alley. You drag Clay inside. Where would you like to take him, Minerva? You do notice the bar is getting ready to open. It's a little bit in the late afternoon at this point.
I'll take him to my office. It's far enough in the back, and nobody really comes back in that direction, so
Awesome.
safe place.
Are you all going to go back to the office with him?
If Minerva will
Yeah,
let us.
unless we're told not to.
No, you guys are welcome to come along this time.
Can I get a drink at the bar first?
Yeah. Well, I guess it's not up to me. It's up to the rest of the group.
Who's the guy at the bar again? I forgot his name.
Eric.
Hey, Eric. I need you to make a phone call for me.
It's a little early to need a ride home, isn't it? Wait, what time is it from when you are?
I don't even have a watch, friend.
He kind of gestures to all the clocks on the wall.
Yeah, I think it's about a little late evening. Just call Ferguson, tell him to come down here.
Is Ferguson somebody I'm supposed to know? Can you give me a number?
Oh yeah, and I give him one of my cards.
All right, you just need him down here at the bar. Is it urgent?
Yeah, it's urgent. Tell him to bring the frog too.
He kind of backs up, looks down at the card, looks up at you. All right, you know there's no funny business here, right?
I'm not a comedian, sir.
Well, it's too bad it's open mic night tonight, so it would have been a good time.
And I would like a Moscow meal for that in the office. 10 minutes.
In Minerva's office?
Yeah.
All right. You don't want it now? You want it in 10 minutes?
Just bring it over when you're done.
Fine, sure, whatever. And he begins putting it together for you. Minerva's, what does your office look like?
It's relatively Spartan, I would imagine. Books kind of in their place on bookshelves. Relatively nice desk in the middle, a chair. A couple of photos that she managed to probably procure from her family's home of her family. Her with them, just kind of sitting on her desk. When we walk into the room, however, she will kind of push those over.
Upside down.
Yeah, turn them up. Yeah, just turn them face down so that nobody can really see them. She'll grab her chair from around the back of the desk and bring it around and gesture for Liam to put not Clay, in the chair.
You got any rope? I can tie him to the chair.
I'm sure we could get some, but I don't keep that in my office.
We keep different offices.
You've got a belt or suspenders, right?
Oh yeah, that'll work. I'll take off my belt and belt his legs to the chair, I guess.
Or his arm, or an arm or two, yeah.
Yeah. His midsection, and just Strap him in.
Does
There
he
you go.
have a belt? We'll use his belt too.
Yeah, he's got a belt
Yeah,
on
fair.
too.
Yeah, I'll
There we
take
go.
his belt.
Does he have a
Add
tie?
insult to injury.
Wait, it's the 1920s. Everybody's got a tie.
Yeah, everybody's wearing a tie too,
Look, he bound himself.
except for Champion. Champion's not wearing a tie.
Yeah, I'm all casual.
Champ's got that deep cut V-neck.
Yeah. As I'm tying him in, I'll be like, oh, just remember these are for your safety.
Are you just whispering that to his unconscious body?
Yeah.
Cool. Liam's whispering sweet nothings into Clay's ear.
And then I'll slap him awake.
No. He looks up at all of you and he struggles against the bindings.
Now, look, I already told you. Those are for your safety.
Where am I? What is this place?
This is the last place in Titan City that you wanted to be. Now, what did you do with Serena and the rest of the monsters?
I did nothing with the other monsters. I rescued Serena.
It's a
I got
strange way
her
to...
out of where she was trapped.
Go on.
Minerva has a lot of things that she wants to say, but she's waiting for him to just kind of keep digging the hole deeper.
You see, I have known Serena far longer than any of you. She was my fiancée back in the fatherland. We were engaged to be married before I went off to the war. And when I got back, she was an abomination, a creature of darkness who had to be destroyed.
It's quite the love notes you left her and her.
She betrayed me. She went out somewhere where a vampire was. She had no business being anywhere by herself unescorted.
I don't think that vampires really care very much whether she was escorted or not. I'm pretty sure I know a vampire or two that could.
Overpower any escort for the most part.
Actually, I think I might know more than two.
Usually the whole collective.
She belonged to me.
Serena didn't belong to anyone.
That's not the way it was. That's not the way things were before all of this. Whatever you and your people have done to ruin society.
No, see, times change, people evolve. Those that don't change get left behind. You seemed like one of those people that got left behind.
Oh no, I've changed. I've changed a great many things to get back to my Serena and to make her mine again. I changed into this pathetic little man. If I was myself, I would have overpowered you, woman.
Right. Good luck with that.
Liam's chuckling to himself, kind of like walking around in circles, smoking the cigar.
So, wait. You changed. Is your body elsewhere? Or was this physical?
This is my new body. It's physical.
Did you at least buy him dinner first?
What happened to Clay?
I don't know. He ceased to be and I took over his life.
Oh, that just makes you another monster.
I'm not a monster, you witch.
You're a monster. You stole a man's life to try to get back something that you thought you owned, which you didn't. You killed one man to put another life at risk. Serena is a vampire. What were you planning the same thing for her?
I was going to change her back.
How would you do that?
I have my ways.
Am I in the room or am I still coming back?
You're in the room at this point.
Now, Minerva, how much monster do you think he actually is?
Eric is in the door with the Moscow Mule, like, what is going on?
How much monster do I think he is? Well, I mean, I don't think he's a monster in the fact that he's an actual monster. I think he's a monster of a human being.
He said new body.
He did. He said it was a physical transformation.
He's bound, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's bound.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to him and take one of those canisters out of my pocket.
Oh,
The mind control canisters?
Yeah, that good one. And I'm gonna just spray it up his nose a little bit.
here, inhale this.
Let's see if this works.
It doesn't work on me. I'm not like you.
I'm human.
Sure you are. I guess there's no harm in telling you how I did it before I kill you. I rescued Serena from Jupiter Enterprises with a wish.
You stole the Yaoguai's wish box.
I found the Yaoguai's wish box.
Found, stole.
He left it buried in a field on the Eastern Front. I had to kill 6 Russians to get a hold of it. And then I wished for the war to be over. And I came home. And Serena was dead. When I got here, I followed her trail of devastation across the ocean. And I wished to take over Clay Massey's life. Then, when I was getting close to her, she was taken by Russians. The only thing worse than monsters is Russians. They took her to Jupiter Enterprises, and I wished for her to escape. And she appeared before me in the DMA. And Agent Owens took her off to the Children of Adam because she rebuked me. She refused to see that she belonged to me. So tomorrow morning when the sun rises, she will finally be at rest. And I only tell all of you that because I wish you were all. And then he explodes.
Oh. Minerva's gonna go to clap her hand over his mouth.
This purple energy sort of swells up from inside him, and he just evaporates into a cloud of dust.
Oh, that's right. He was gonna do bad things in Club Tartarus.
Oh, the classic.
And Mr. Powers, you see Mr. Powers leaning against the doorframe next to Eric, who is like, Mr. Powers says, wow, you got a confession and everything, Minerva.
Yeah. Minerva's kind of like she's got that kind of oh god, we almost died look on her face, and then she looks back at Mr. Powers and kind of tries to put on a game face. Yes, sir. We did.
Wow.
Still doesn't get us the other 2.
I imagine they're probably still at sub-level 6.
Serena's at that clam bake. They're gonna put her out in front of the sun.
Well, it sounds like you all need to go investigate that clam bake, save Serena, and then storm sub-level 6.
Well, that's gonna be quite the endeavor.
Yeah, but just imagine when you finish up, all of you will be free from my service. He sort of tips his hat to all of you, smiles, and goes on his merry way.
Liam looks like he wanted to say something to Powers, but doesn't.
All right. Eric, can you get me the cleaning supplies?
Yeah, you got it, Minerva. Damn, I hate when he does that. Just...
So, does he have is the box in his pile of ashes?
It is not.
Interesting. So, in my head, do I know, like, you don't have to be near the box to make a wish?
No, you are the owner of the box, basically.
Gotcha. Okay.
Although you're not sure if he was bluffing. If the Yao guy is trapped somewhere where the anti-magic field would be in effect, he wouldn't be able to grant the wish anyway. So you're not sure if maybe he doesn't know that, or maybe the Yao guy is being kept somewhere that is not in an anti-magic field.
That's good to know.
Being kept at JP, probably.
Yeah.
So Minerva has Eric get the cleaning supplies. She's going to turn to the rest of the group. We've got to go save Serena. That's first task, and then we figure out how to get the other two out of Jupiter Enterprises and maybe figure out what Marcus is planning for them. I think now's as good a time as any to take stock of what we need for tomorrow.
Well, if it's anything like pretty much every other time we've done pretty much anything, I think we ought to prepare for things to get loud.
Yes. Well, I've got some tidying up to do, if you don't mind.
Where are we meeting and what time?
The clan bake starts at 4:30. Let's meet here at 4.
It's at the Founders Church, which is just in the neighborhood next door to Tartarus.
So we can meet here at 4 and head over.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and stock up. I think you can guess what I'm
Gonna go get a couple more wheels of ammo.
Yeah, and maybe something for dessert. And on my way out of the club, I'll ask Eric for a glass of whiskey, and I'll just down it and leave with a grim look on my face.
Awesome. Karawasi Ferguson arrives a little bit after that. And I think that's actually where we're going to call things for the evening, as you guys are preparing for this assault on the children of Adam to hopefully rescue the long-lost Serena.
Very good.
All right.
Whew. So that was a whole lot of fun. That was a great episode, guys.
Yeah.
A lot of things have been uncovered. A lot of secrets are finally coming to light. We are going to start racing towards the end and find the lost and forgotten. We will be here again, same time next week. Thank thank you to everybody for tuning in, and to everybody who cheered bits and who subscribed to us. That's always something that we definitely appreciate and will lead to better content in the future for all of you. Please stick around as we get ready to raid another channel. And please feel free to reach out to us on Facebook with any ideas you guys might have for channel points or subscriber perks. If you want us to open a Discord to chat with us outside of Showtime, please let us know, and we'll be happy to put that together. What else am I forgetting? We will be back here on Monday for Born of Rage, which is our new werewolf show that started yesterday. That was awesome. And we'll be back here for episode 5, the Clam Bake. I think it's going to be a whole ton of fun, so don't miss it.
Yeah, good times.
Clam bake, clam bake, clam bake.
All right.
Thanks,
Night all.
everybody.